Welcome to another edition of the Michigan Roundtable. I've got Mac on my right and TJ on my left. And what we're going to discuss today...
And Kim in the center.
Oh, me in the center! What I want to discuss today is the cure for coronavirus worse than the virus itself. What we're watching happening is chaos. People going to the stores, hoarding food, hoarding toilet paper. Why are people hoarding toilet paper? I mean, toilet paper has nothing to do with this. People not thinking about each other. All sorts of stuff going on. You know, the thing is we need to start using some common sense. There are certain things that we need to have on stock should you get coronavirus. Simple things like maybe some Tylenol, hand sanitizer, maybe some gloves. But you don't need boxes of gloves. You don't need 7 bottles of ibuprofen. You need to be able to save some of that for your other people that are in your community so that they can have some also. We got to start thinking about each other for a change. I am a nurse. I do go into the homes. I believe coronavirus is real. Do I believe that there's a lot of hype on it due to the media? For sure. We've got to stop trying to scare each other. We've got to stop this nonsense. Like I said, I'm just sick of it. My day is lengthened from the fear that is created on the internet and by the media. I spend time holding hands with seniors that are scared to death that we're going to be like Italy and just let them die because they're above the age of 80. We have got to be calm. We've got to join together, and we have got to start working this out instead of this total chaos. What do you think?
Well, you know, our national motto is E pluribus unum, and we're not seeing that, certainly. It's every man for himself. It seems to be the case. I call this situation fear meets greed. Some people are afraid and think they're going to, and I'll try to address that toilet paper issue. I think people are afraid that when everything shuts down, there won't be the production or a way to get toilet paper, so there's getting toilet paper. In our household, with just me and my wife, we might use a roll a week. So to go out and get 200 rolls, that's 4 years worth of toilet paper. It's insane. And stores started too late with I don't want to say rationing, but limiting the amount of products people can buy. Like hand sanitizer at a local Dollar Tree, you can only get 4. I think it ought to be 1 at this point. Because there are people with 100 bottles and people who can't get one, no matter what they want to pay for it.
Yeah. And if you've got 100 bottles in your cabinet at home, check with your neighbors, see if they were able to get some. Give your neighbor a bottle. You know, I mean, the thing is like you said, it's for real. We've got a virus out here. How for real? We really don't know. The numbers that they're predicting are a prediction. We don't know what's going on. And like I said, this is early enough. We just started testing. So we really don't know what the numbers are going to be yet. But the thing is that we need to start taking care of each other. Mm-hmm. That's what this country was formed on, and we need to start doing that.
You know, you mentioned hoarding and people rushing to the stores, and in my situation, it was just kind of a coincidental timing of sorts. My wife and I, we went to one of those warehouse stores and bought what we needed, to include toilet paper, and we did this about a week or so before all hell busted loose. And I'm even thinking, wow, boy, you know, we got a little lucky, I feel. Mm-hmm. But yesterday, we went to the store, not because we needed anything. My worry is we went to the store just to make sure we didn't get caught short down the road. Mm-hmm. I fear we're marching dangerously close to a type of martial law, and what you got is what you got, and what you got, will it be enough if that should happen?
Or the government, because under martial law they can come and look around your house without a warrant. and they see that you've got 3 rooms full of toilet paper, they're going to take them
Yeah, and you know
and
what?
distribute them to those who need.
I don't get the toilet paper. I mean, if you couldn't find bottled water, to me that would make sense, you know?
Yeah.
But toilet paper, napkins, paper towel. I mean, even I can even understand paper towels because you would use that
Cleaning.
to clean,
Right.
and then you know, as we'd say in the military, bury it, you know. But but the whole toilet paper thing, I'm having trouble connecting those dots, to be honest.
You know, the thing is that the media is causing chaos. I mean, there is no doubt about that. We've got truckers on the roads trying to deliver our products. The Federal Food Administration is saying we've got plenty of food in this country, but our truckers are having trouble getting that food to us because they're closing down truck stops, they're closing down restaurants. Be nice to a trucker.
I'll take only, or take out only.
Yeah.
is what it is.
Be nice to a trucker.
Take out only.
Our states need to be thinking and be, instead of just going into the panic mode, how are these truckers going to get that supply from one area to another if all the truck stops are closed?
Right.
They need sleep somewhere. They've got to park those rigs somewhere to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Like I said, is the cure worse than the disease right now? We don't know.
Right.
Something I heard about the stores also, and this is unofficial. I can't, you know, I'm not going to claim it's any kind of official press release, but my wife has a nephew who works for one of the major stores, and if I said it, you would recognize it. And right now, their policy is they will not put all their product on the shelf. They incrementally only put so much per day.
Well, they know what would happen.
Exactly, and they're it's almost like they're even trying to, I hate the word ration, but I can't think of a better word to describe it. They're just putting out, and then, you know, it's almost like you got to catch it at the right time, you know.
And I know there are people who are out there every day buying more and more and more of what they don't need, and it's depriving other people the opportunity to get maybe their basic needs.
Which is creating a bigger shortage. It's creating more stress.
Yeah.
I know some of the stores are starting senior hours, which I think is great because our seniors, that's our biggest population that is in fear of corona. I have 80-year-olds asking me, are they going to do what Italy does? They're just going to stop treating us because we're above the age of 80. I mean, that's a fear.
Well, that's what comes in national health care, which Italy has.
Yes, and that's socialized medicine.
It's always going to be rationed.
Yeah, so we've got 80-year-olds and above and older people worried that they're not going to be able to even have the health care. And then now on top of this, they go to the grocery stores and they can't find any food. Yeah. You know, and so there's a lot of fear out there. Like I said, we've got to stop the nonsense and start working together like this country always has done in the past. And you know, this isn't the first time there's been a scare due to a virus. Back in the 70s, we had swine flu first rear its head.
I thought it was Hong Kong flu in the 70s.
No.
Was it swine?
Swine.
Okay.
That was the first swine. Swine came twice in this country. The first swine was in the 70s. And actually, the government panicked so much they put the vaccines out, and they had mass vaccinations everywhere.
Did we have the Spanish flu a few years back?
That was in 1918.
Yeah. All right.
But they put these mass vaccinations back just because they were afraid it was going to get like this. And then they had all these problems from the vaccinations. People died from the vaccinations.
Right.
But there was a panic at that time also.
That was before they were doing killed viruses.
Correct.
For vaccines. Okay.
Correct. So, you know, the thing is that the government predicted that it was going to be like this. It actually wasn't. The bug or whatever died out before it was really horrible. And like I said, so this isn't the first time we've seen this.
What's the survival rate of this so far? Is it like 98%?
Yeah, well,
Something like that?
they're saying up to 90 to 98%, depending on what. But who knows what figures are right?
Right.
because we don't have enough figures. We haven't tested enough people to come up with accurate records.
Well, going back to your 70s, and you said there wasn't this panic and it never got as bad as it was going to be. We didn't then have a media that fueled, they live on panic and hysteria. It's what gets people to watch their shows. The left is in a constant state of hysteria. The sky is falling ought to be their motto. And then you see the stunts they pull when they're trying to put a funding bill together to get people by and over the hump. Nancy Pelosi tries to jam $1 billion of Planned Parenthood abortion fund in there. And you notice, restaurants are closing. All these places are closing, but Planned Parenthood's rocking and rolling. You can go in there and get an abortion all the time.
A little bit off topic, but we're talking about the response to the coronavirus, the way people are responding in general. Look, those two Republican senators that dumped their stock.
Yeah.
And the one, and I guess we can identify him here, Senator Richard Burr out of North Carolina, a Republican. Thank you. He, on the day that he received a classified briefing, immediately dumped his stock. You know what? That does not help.
That's insider trading. That's illegal, and they should face the time.
And I got that from the Federalist. An article.
Do you have the names of the other two? I know one of the three was Dianne Feinstein of California.
There's also a Georgia Republican, Senator Kelly Loeffler, Loeff.
That was the person that took over for Jeff Sessions.
And
so I guess she's done because Jeff is going to get that seat back.
I think what she's trying to say is she was kind of already incrementally getting rid of her stock when she first thought it was getting bad. So she's splitting hairs with Richard Burr. I mean, Richard Burr came out of a briefing and dumped his stock. So I guess you could split hairs on that one, but
It's gotten crazy. People are stupid. They're taking care of just themselves.
Yeah, it compounds the problem. Is what it's doing.
Yeah. Like I said, people are just taking care of themselves. It's not in this country. We've always taken care of each other. We've never had to worry about social programs because people took care of each other. Until the social programs came out, I should say.
After the Great Depression.
Right. But the thing is that in a crisis like this, we should be coming together. We shouldn't be splitting apart.
One of the problems in doing that is when the Democratic Party spent the last 100 years dividing everyone into their identities or their skin color or their religion or what have you. So that's going to be hard to walk back. They've spent so much time and so much effort dividing people so they could divide and conquer and get power for themselves. And they're seizing the opportunity here to do their evil things that they do.
Yeah, and that's obvious because in an emergency bill, why would they putting garbage and pork into our emergency bills?
Well, that's how they operate.
That's beyond ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
That's it for me.
Call this one a wrap.
For now.
Okay. Hey guys and gals out there, be safe. Think about what you're doing. Be conscious of what you're doing to others. Don't be out there hoarding everything. And be safe, watch your six, and do not tread on me.
Okay.